Hello, everyone, and welcome to the info session for the Mathematics Education Program here at Boston University. My name is Aaron Brackenecki, and I am the Program Director for the Mathematics Education Program. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit about our graduate programs today, our Masters of Arts in Teaching program, our Masters of Education program, and our Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies. Highlight sort of who these programs are for, what you could expect in these programs, tell you a little bit about the faculty that will be teaching the programs, the research we have going on, and encourage you to apply and ask questions and give you some contact information if you do have other questions. So to start off, I'll introduce myself. My name is Aaron Brackenecki. I am the program director and a senior lecturer here in BU Wheelock College of Education and Human Development. I've been teaching at BU since 2014. I'm very familiar with our programs. I have a lot of advisees in our Ed.M, our MAT, and our CAGS programs. And so I've been able to answer a lot of questions that have come up. And so I encourage you, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information will be at the end of these slides. But I'm not the only person in the mathematics education program. We have 6 other faculty members, Doctors Greg Benoit, Sam Cook, Eric Cordero-C, Leslie Dedeker, Ali Salinas, and Megan Shaughnessy. We cover a wide variety of specialties and backgrounds. People in our faculty member are mathematicians, statisticians. They have taught throughout the K-12 grade levels and even college as well, obviously. We have a lot of different focuses. Some are focused more on geometry, some focus on algebra, some focus on number and operations, some focus on measurement, statistics, obviously. There's a lot of great expertise here, and there's a lot of research going on at BU, and we'll talk about how that sort of gets incorporated into our programs and tell you about different opportunities that you have to engage in research if you would like to during your time at Boston University. So again, I'm just going to spend a few minutes really quickly going through the 3 different programs I mentioned before, our Masters of Arts in Teaching, our Masters of Education, and our Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies. We do have a doctorate program as well, but that's sort of not the going to be covered here under this. Although if you do have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer it. And so you could feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to hear more information about our PhD program. So to start off, our mathematics Masters of Arts in Teaching in Mathematics Education program is our licensure program at the master's level. So it's designed for graduates who would like to teach either in middle school or secondary school and have not yet completed a teaching license program. At the end of this program, at the completion, you get both your master's degree and your initial license to teach in the state of Massachusetts. If you are planning to move elsewhere, the state of Massachusetts has reciprocity with most of the other states. And so your teaching license would transfer to other states. And so you wouldn't sort of be locked in to only teaching in Massachusetts. This program is designed to be a year-long program. It's sometimes described as like a 10-month program because it does involve a fall and spring semester and 1 summer. The majority of people take the summer before they start. So in this case, the fall and spring semester, they would start actually in summer 2 before. So instead of starting in the fall in about September, you would start in the fall around the beginning of July. And so taking courses during July and August, and then enrolling in fall and spring. And then come May, at the end of spring semester, you would graduate, and that's when you would receive your master's degree and your initial teaching license. If you were to take the summer at the end, that is absolutely doable. You would still graduate with your degree at the end, and then you would just have a little bit delay in getting your teaching license as sort of the paperwork picked up from that. But it is our licensure program. And so it is a program that is focused on preparing you to become a better teacher. And because of that, it does include, because of the licensure, your student teaching experiences. In the fall semester, there's a pre-practicum, and in the spring semester, there is a practicum. You can focus on either the middle school level or the high school level, any of the levels in the secondary program. If you are in the high school level, you can get licensed in high school and middle school. As you're taking your MTEL exam, you are able to sort of apply for both the middle school and the high school license. If you're in the middle school pathway, you can only get licensed in the middle school level. So it really focuses on, this program, I should say, focuses on increasing your pedagogical content knowledge of teaching. So through a mixture of general education courses that you would take with people in science ed, social studies ed, English ed, lots of the other programs here, but a lot of the courses you take are going to be math and math education specific courses, and focusing on how do we best prepare learners of mathematics. And then in addition to those courses, you also have your field experience courses, which would be your student teaching courses, pre-practicum in the fall and practicum in the spring. Here's a sample of what a typical MAT program looks like. Obviously, you can see the most classes are in the fall semester. That's 18 credits that you would take in the fall. And that is because during the spring semester, you are in your student teaching for that semester, which means you are in the class, you are in the classroom as a teacher 5 days a week. So you have much lighter class load during the spring semester because you are getting experience as a full-time teacher under the guidance of your mentor teacher and your practicum supervisor. That we really do try and front load your coursework so you have time to dedicate and reflect on the student teaching experience that you have. And this particular schedule, you can see that this schedule is designed for someone who started the summer before. And there's about 10 credits that you would take in the summer. And so at the end, it is a 42 credit program. Our Masters of Education program, in sort of contrast to our MAT program, is a master's degree, but it is a non-licensure program. So that is probably one of the biggest differences to describe who are these two programs for. The MAT program is for people who are looking to get their initial license and to become a licensed teacher. The EDM program is designed for people who either have their initial license already and are possibly going up for their full licensure, or people who do not have their initial license and for whatever reason aren't interested in obtaining their initial license and have other goals that maybe are outside of becoming a licensed classroom teacher, or it's for people who are just interested in learning more about mathematics education and sort of and where does math education exist in the K-12 educational sphere? What are some historical trends that have impacted where mathematics education has been, and what are some trends that sort of forecast where is the field going right now? It can be completed for those who are interested in taking the EDM program in a full year. So the people who complete the EDM program full-time tend to be either practicing teachers who take a year off of teaching and are able to do that with their positions. And so they take this for full-time and complete it in a year. Or it's people who perhaps just completed a teacher education program as an undergraduate, and knowing that in order to go up for your full license, you have to get your master's degree anyway, decide to immediately go into their master's program. And so they pick this EDM program and not the MAT because they already have their teaching license. They don't need to go through another program that results in their initial teaching license. Occasionally, we also get people in this program who are sort of in the educational realm, but maybe aren't necessarily focused on classroom teaching, being the teacher of record inside a K-12 classroom. So these are sometimes aides who work on with students. Curriculum developers or curriculum designers are sometimes taking this program as well. People who just work with students or want to become tutors or anything like that. It's a very flexible and customizable program. So again, like I mentioned, is for practicing educators or educators who already hold an initial teaching license, or just those who want to get more math experience and take more mathematics education courses, possibly because they're going up for their full license. And so because it is very customizable, of the 36 credits that are a part of this program, only 12 of them are actually required. And actually, this slide is wrong, so I apologize for that. This is from a different program. This is from our EDM and curriculum and teaching program. I apologize for that. So I will go back to our mathematics education program. Our mathematics education program has 12 credits of the 36 that are required. The first course is our problem solving in mathematics course, which is a great course that focuses on sort of reframing learning in mathematics and thinking about learning mathematics through the solving of problems. So not the traditional approach that often happens in math classrooms, where a teacher will sometimes lecture or provide a formula or procedure, and then students work on problems that are really just applying that formula or applying that procedure over and over again, but to solve genuine problems and learn mathematics through the solving of those problems. Another course that is required for this EDM program is our curriculum course, ME 558. I believe the formal title is Curriculum Program Issues and Trends. This course looks at the history of mathematics in the US, thinks about different trends that have occurred over the years, whether it's new math or back to basics, project-based instruction and learning, the standards documents that have come out over the years, whether it's NCTM's principles and standards or the Common Core standards, and think about how that has affected the mathematics classroom, and also looking at textbooks and curriculum materials to figure out how do those highlight different perspectives of what does it mean to learn, and different learning theories such as behaviorism or constructivism and things like that. And then the last thing that is required is a research course. This program does require a research course, which is generally RS 600, which is our sort of intro to research at BU Wheelock. So other than those 12 credits, you have 24 credits that are actually very customizable, and you can take courses that are really of interest to you and are going to support you in your profession. Perhaps you want to take more content courses that are focused on the elementary level or on the secondary level, so you can take some of our mathematics for teaching courses. Perhaps you're interested in more professional development courses, so we have a course that is offered on professional development. We have equitable pedagogies and assessment in STEM education. We have lots of other courses too that are really of interest, tutoring courses and things like that too. So you have a lot of flexibility, and you could even go beyond mathematics education. If you have another interest in working with students with special needs, you could take some courses from our special education colleagues. Or if you're interested in math and science, you'd be able to take some courses in science education as well. So it's very, very customizable. The last program I wanted to mention as part of this info session is our CAGS, our Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies in Mathematics Education. One of the differences between this program as compared to the MAT and the EDM is that a master's degree is required for admission into this program. So this is meant for people who are a little bit further on in their careers, who have already completed their licensure program and are really interested in becoming teacher leaders, who are maybe thinking about careers in designing curriculum, being a math coach for a district, working as a curriculum specialist for a district, but being a math education leader and thinking about what does that mean, whether it's also not just consuming research, but actually performing research. And investigating problems of practice. That really is who this is designed for. The courses that you would take within this program also could be used to satisfy your professional licensure requirements if you still had your initial license and were looking to become fully licensed. And similar to the EDM program, this can be completed in one academic year of full-time study. But like the EDM program, some people still stay teaching during their graduate program, and so take just one, maybe two courses in any given semester and stretch it out longer. It's not uncommon for people to take two, or if they're going at a more relaxed pace, 3 years to complete the program. Whatever sort of works for your schedule and making sure you're not overwhelmed with both your job and the coursework. So that really is, the CAGS is, again, very customizable for this. One of the sort of interesting things about the CAGS program is it has a culminating project, which is your comprehensive exam. The culminating project is sort of a summary and a product that you produce that is focused on sort of synthesizing everything you are learning as part of your program and creating something that is hopefully helpful to you and your career. Different options that recent graduates have done have been putting together professional development for their district or for their placement that over an issue that they are particularly in need of. Other things, people have written research articles for practitioners, highlighting some research and making it digestible for educators and submitted them for publications. People have put together syllabi for courses, college courses that they want to offer that are offer some particular or answer some need that they're interested in. There's lots of different options for what that culminating project can be. But because of that, it's very, very similar. And the required courses for the CAGS program include a doctoral level seminar. So oftentimes people will use the CAGS program as a stepping stone or as a testing the waters if they're considering possibly getting a doctorate. BU, like I mentioned before, BU WheeLock currently has a PhD that you can apply to. We are working on sort of redeveloping our EDD program as well. So that is still on moratorium. So you cannot apply for the EDM, or sorry, the EDD program, but we're hoping that that will be updated soon and potentially we could start enrolling interested people into that program. So the CAGS is a little bit more advanced that way, both in the who's the program for and sort of what you're thinking about as your career, thinking about becoming a math leader in some way and potentially even getting a doctorate degree. So I also wanted to mention, because this is really important for both the EDM students and the CAG students, is that you have opportunities as part of your program to engage in research. So you don't have to have your experiences be limited to just classes. If you are interested in being involved in research, one of the things you can do, again, as both the EDM and the CAGS program, is you have room in your schedule that you can actually get course credit for working on research projects. Most of our faculty members are involved in research in some way. We have research at the secondary level, research in the elementary level. We have research focusing on curriculum. We have research focusing on student learning. We have research focusing on teacher education and all sorts of modalities too. Thinking about digital learning environments and spaces such as virtual learning. And so what does it mean to go into like a AI experience and thinking about, I'm trying to think of the word, like when you put on the VR headset, and I can't think of that word right now, but there are experiences you can sort of, we have people doing, I'm thinking specifically of Dr. Greg Benoit, who is doing research in conjunction with his colleagues at MIT to think about these digital spaces as well. So there's lots of different research you can do. On the screen right now is just a sample of some of the current ongoing projects that we have. You can think about focusing on students' aesthetic experiences and getting students excited and designing mathematical experiences that are captivating to students. I'm thinking about opportunities where students can engage in, or teachers can engage in professional development that is focused on their classrooms, or thinking about how they're going to lead equitable discussions, thinking about new innovations in the classroom, especially digital innovations, and thinking about lots of different opportunities for both the supporting of teachers and the supporting of students as part of research. So I did want to mention that because it is an important thing that you can engage with. Also, if you have your own research that you are interested in performing, there are opportunities too where you can work with a faculty member as a mentor and sort of perform your own mini studies as well to try and answer some problem of practice question that you have. So the last thing I'll mention here on this project is our enacted project. So this is particular for MATs because a lot of the other research we focus on with the EDM students and the CAG students, but for the MATs, our MAT is actually a scholarship program that has a research component to it. So for those who are interested in becoming a licensed teacher, we do have a NOICE grant at Boston University to support our mathematics education teachers in our MAT program. So the NOICE grant supports and covers the cost of tuition for the year of study that you would be in your master's program. And in return for that year of tuition coverage, you agree to teach for 2 years in a high need school or district upon graduation. And so this is a way, the NOISE program is a National Science Foundation supported program that it really aims to get high quality teachers into high need schools and high need districts. And so this is a program that we offer. You can apply as you are applying for the MAT program to be considered for a NOISE scholarship. The application, if you would like to be considered, is actually just one additional essay in your materials. Because it focuses on getting students or getting teachers into high need schools. The extra essay is actually just focused on talking about your commitment and your dedication to teach in high need schools and districts. Because we, again, hope that this is not just a 2-year thing and then you leave. We do hope that you decide to stay in high need schools and high needs districts. That's sort of the ultimate goal of the NOISE scholarship. So our particular NOISE scholarship is called Enacted, or Enacting Curriculum Through Engaging Discourse. We have another NOISE scholarship that we just applied for that we are waiting to hear back on, but fingers crossed that we can continue this project for years and years beyond now. But this is the project that is currently going on. So just a quick summary of sort of some of the key differences between the MAT, the EDM, and the CAGS programs. You can see that the MAT leads to initial license where the EDM and CAGS don't. However, the coursework that you would take as part of the EDM or the CAGS would count to help fulfill those 12 credits of graduate level courses that you need to take as part to go from your initial license to your full license. You can begin in the summer or fall. If you are a full-time student for any of our programs. If you want to be a full-time student, though, really you can only begin, you cannot begin in the spring semester for the MAT program. If you are a part-time student, you can begin taking courses at any point in time as well. I think I forgot to mention it for the MAT program, but you can do the MAT program part-time. And so that is another option as well, because sometimes we have people who are interested in our MAT program and maybe have gone through are teaching under a provisional license or something like that. And so they are still teaching right now, but they're looking to get their initial license. And so that taking the MAT program part-time is a way that you could stay in your position and still take courses and be in a licensure track. Again, any of these programs can be taken full or part-time, and you can see that the master's degree is a requirement for the CAGS, but you do not have to have a master's degree to apply to the MAT or the EDM program. So that is sort of a quick overview highlighting some of the key differences between our Masters of Arts in Teaching, Masters in Education, and Certificate of Advanced Graduate Studies. This is the contact information for some of our faculty members, or all of our math education faculty members specifically. You can see everyone's right there. I am the program director, Ed.M. If you have some questions specifically about placements and student teaching, I did want to highlight that Dr. Ali Salinas is our practicum director, and she can answer questions directly about the practicum experience, your student teaching experience, how we help place you in classrooms and find mentor teachers to partner with you. So if you have anything about that, you can feel free to reach out to her directly, or you can reach out to me and I can forward on to Ali as well. So again, that is sort of the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for watching this. Please feel free to check out the BU Wheelock website for more information on any of our programs. You can check the BU Wheelock program bulletin for specific information about required coursework and elective coursework on any of our programs. And my name again is Aaron Brackenecke, and I'm the program director for mathematics education. My contact information is brak@bu.edu. Feel free to send me an email and I'd be more than happy to reply back or schedule a one-on-one Zoom meeting or phone meeting if you'd like to chat about anything. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you.